All right, so the one of the things I was thinking about with this Pathfinder GM Prep Sandpoint game thing, my wife's game basically, but my prep for it, I was gonna do a whole thing where I drew it out on paper. I don't have time for that. I got things to do, but I do want to make this video. So if this ends up, I might do another video where I actually draw it out for you guys. But one of the things I'm thinking about, because in her first adventure, she came across the Bloody Knuckles. It was 2 thugs and a cleric, and she took care of them. And she still has 3 of their bandanas. There's 2 people in her party. It's her and her Oriad. And yeah, so I do want the Bloody Knuckles to be a reoccurring thing when she's near Sandpoint. Another thing she found was a tome, or ancient tome, of Xandergul, the Runelord of Pride. Now, I haven't read all the adventure paths. I know he's used in 1 or 2 of them. I think he's in Rise of the Runelords and another one. So I'm not sure how to use that, but I want to use that as one of my possible things that she would find out more about and dig into without going into those adventure paths and without negating anything from those. Also, using the tables from the beginner's box, there was like all sorts of things in there. So if you are planning on playing the beginner box, ignore this, or if you have a DM who likes to run things by that. But there's a couple tribes of goblins that, you know, are seeds. There's that forest with all the spiders. I think there's an ogre that's raiding farms. You know, you have Black Fang, the Sandpoint Devil, all these things. So all of these things I'm also planning on putting on a list of rumors and things like that she can find out in the city. Now, depending on who she talks to, and I plan on going through and making a list of NPCs, like the bartender, that one woman, I can't remember her name, Amiko or something, the bartender. But I plan on making a list of NPCs from Sandpoint, and as she talks to them, or whoever she talks to, maybe she buys a weapon or armor, and as she's talking to this person, finds out about, you know, something that's in the mines. You know, so I want to leave it a little bit open. And I want to incorporate some of the adventures I've already planned this way as well. I have a mining adventure that's from one of the downloads of the campaign, or of the beginner box online. It's a couple dwarves went out to a mine and don't come back. So I plan on doing something like that at some point. I also plan on running a crypt, where she goes into a crypt or a mausoleum or whatever adventure. That would be a Pathfinder Society adventure. And so I might wait till I do all the Pathfinder Society ones I had planned, which I think I have 2 more of those. And so once she does those, then I'll give her the list that I had talked about in my treasure list video. And she can do whatever she wants. She can either pursue those things, and even if she's pursuing those things, maybe she finds out about Bloody Knuckles, or maybe the Bloody Knuckles are tracking her, or maybe she passes through the forest with the spiders, or the path with, where the goblins are, or whatever. So I want to leave it pretty open, and I want her decisions to impact what happens. And so, do you have any tips on how to keep it sandbox while still keeping it on track without railroading? I know it's still technically railroading, is throwing an adventure at them and forcing them through it no matter what they do. And so I don't really consider this railroading. I consider this sandbox, really. Yes, I have a ton of adventures, a ton of ideas that I want to run her through. But if she goes a different direction, then she's not going to see them all. She's going to see certain ones. So yeah. So do you have any ideas, though, on how, like anything else I can add to the area to make it fun? Or if she travels away from there, other than random encounters? I mean, right now I'm trying to focus my ideas around Sandpoint, because that's how I normally will do it. I'll make a, hey, you go here, you talk to this person, you find this out. You do this, talk to this person, you might find this out. And I don't want everything to be completely random. I make treasure completely random for the most part, unless, one of the random items is like a Vorpal sword or something. But I pretty much try to do random treasure. But yeah, I am always looking for tips on how to make things a better sandbox. So let me know. I'd love to hear what you think. Thanks.